Hey guys, sorry, I just got home. I didn't really have a chance to do this, but I just saw this video and I wanted to hop on here because I made a video last night about talking to an elderly woman in my hometown of Carson City, Nevada, who was just, regular conversation. She was telling me how afraid she was to go to the grocery store, to the station. And it kind of broke my heart. There's a large Latino population in Carson City, Nevada. I didn't think nothing of it. And I get accused of being Mexican all the time over here. It is a little scary. I'm not scared to go outside, but the fact that people I care about are, it's unforgivable.
Military vehicles going through.
Look at all of them. You're going to tell me every one of them is a rapist in the cartel? Remember, they were at a farm.
Federal agents responding with a tense situation here as Glasshouse Farms, the target of this immigration raid.
I don't understand what they expect. Like, it feels like they show up to do these ICE raids and their demeanor is like, we're government officials, we're here to conduct business. I can't believe you don't want us here. I can't believe you're protesting. Like, you show up as a band of thugs with masks. You're not even identifying yourself. Every video that I've seen online, none of them are identifying themselves because you're fucking scared. You don't want your name and your face to get out online, because what's going to happen then? You're going to piss off most of the country, and then everyone's going to know what your face looks like.
People coming from all over the...
Right. That's another good point that I didn't even think of. And this is Mexican land, or Texas and California. And that's technically, it used to be Mexico's. But we bought it, so it's ours. So we're going to kick them immigrants out. Shut the fuck up.
ICE, and he was met with the crowd to kind of him up basically, and he ran off, had no choice. But tension's very high here as this group leaves. Again, some of the workers from the
Did you guys catch that? They said that a MAGA supporter showed up to help ICE. What is in your head? Those boys need my help. I'm gonna grab my gun and I'm gonna go help ICE. I don't need no money. I got a job. What's your job? Hating the liberals.
Farm inside, the ones obviously not being detained, being let go now, let out finally after a long day here as the sun sets over the Frank Israel.
Look at the scale of that. Look at how many people are that. So that's just one place in America. Put that on the whole country's stage. How many people are affected by that? All of us are affected by it. But look at the fear it's causing in, see these in clips. So we see one crowd here, one crowd there. That's happening everywhere. It's happening in Carson City, Nevada, the little town that I'm from. What the hell are we doing?
You look right over there as the sun is setting. That's the backdrop to this sprawling complex that's been operated here. And we're told dozens.
Many arrests were made during the incident. CNN reached out to U.S. Customs and Border Protection for comment and was...
Arrests don't have to be made. That is not the point of this. That has little to do with this. What they're doing here is showcasing what they call strength. I see as a weakness.
They certainly can't put hands on an agent. That's a felony. So what happened in
I agree with that. We shouldn't be touching any federal agents. We should not. We shouldn't even engage with them. But I understand the raw emotion when protesters go up against these people. It's like, you're my community. You're hurting my family. You're in a mask. You're a thug. You're a kidnapper. Like, when ICE rolls in, everyone else that is not ICE is at odds. They come in to make a statement. And that statement is, we're in charge and you all need to fear us. And that is pathetic. That's not how America's supposed to be.
California is just another example of protesters becoming criminals.
I think we should impeach Tom Homan. These border on crimes against humanity. Just the fear stoking.
These agents are simply enforcing the law that members of Congress enacted.
They say appeared to fire a gun toward the immigration officer.
I wasn't sure if that had happened, but it kind of looked like it did. And I don't know if it was a gun or not, but Jonathan and I talked about this on one of the episodes we just did, that, this administration is doing this on purpose. They're trying to get someone to react like that. When an ICE official ends up hurt or dead or hurt, then they can enact martial law. I'll bet that's what they're trying to do. Like, why would you otherwise go into a peaceful workplace and disrupt everything around? Everything. Even if there are some criminals in there, go get them at home. Go get the 1, the 2, the 3. The rapist, the gangbanger, the drug dealer. Not the weed picker, the weed processor, not the sandwich truck owner,
10 people under the age of 18 were found at that farm, 8 of them unaccompanied. And so now the Customs and Border Protection, Rodney Scott, says this is also turning into a child labor violations case. A spokesman.
That's going to be tricky. I wonder how everyone's going to take that in as a country. That if, I don't even know, I haven't watched the video, but if there were children working at this farm, illegal migrant children working at this farm, how does that make you feel? Leave that in the comments. I want to know. Especially the MAGA side. I genuinely want to know how you guys are okay with this. And I keep getting the same exact arguments on every single clip that comes out from the podcast. Just like, yeah, that's what we voted for. You did? Like, you knew this was going to happen? Then you shouldn't be here anyway. You should go back to Sweden or Germany or wherever the hell you're supposed to be from. Unless you're a Native American, you shouldn't be here either then.
Everything. Just trying to disperse us because they're scared. They know that we're going to push.
So, like, as a human being, if I'm standing in a crowd with some friends of mine and you start lobbing tear gas at me, I want to fight now. If you do that to a crowd, what do you expect? That's why you show up with helmets and weapons and shields. If they are criminals, there is a better way to do it. You don't have to go in and terrorize communities. Pick them off one at a time. That would be, make it so we don't hear about it. Make sure you're going after the criminals, and then make sure we don't hear about it. What I want from ICE, for as far as the deportations, if you're going to go after criminals and rapists and drug cartels, great. Do it behind the scenes. Don't make it a big freaking thing. You're scaring everyone.
Back against it.
We're here united. We're not letting ICE agents in. We're not letting ICE agents out. We've been trying to block in since we're not giving them what they want.
And this devolved.
I applaud the fight. I applaud it. We should be protesting. We should be peacefully protesting. And I think that means if you're in a situation where you're protesting, you really got to try to not antagonize the ICE officials or the riot police or whoever the hell. But I also understand that that's probably nearly impossible. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would be one of those ones.
Actually, the entrances into the farm.
That is scary. You can see him in the corner of your screen. It looked like he fired a couple and then stopped, ran a couple steps, and now he's pulling out to fire a couple more. I don't condone any of this. He shouldn't have been there. If you have a hot head and you carry a gun, don't go to a protest.
Unfolded why they were going to that cannabis facility as you were laying out. Much more to come. Hopefully we'll learn more this.
Well, hopefully we learn some more about that. But on its face, what it looks like is the same shit that's been happening everywhere else. Is that they're showing up like a bunch of thugs. They're intimidating everyone around. They're causing a scene. They're creating a situation where people have to protest. It's like, decent human, you can't watch that going down and not want to get involved. Like, most people want to help another person, but it seems the MAGA side does not. It's a different code of ethics. But anyway, this really fired me up when I saw it walking in, and I had to jump on here and just give some thoughts on the video, especially after the conversation I had last night with that lady back home and dealing with her fear about being in public in Carson City, Nevada. It's sad. It makes me really sad for the country. Anyway, I'm Chris McIntyre. Follow the McMedia Network on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And follow the Almost Above Average podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. Peace.